Hi, I'm Jean Dimech-Juchniewicz, and I want to talk to you about a book that I've written called Facing Infertility, a Catholic Approach. If you are struggling to conceive a child, then you already know that the pain is physical, emotional, and deeply spiritual. But even if you aren't struggling with infertility, chances are you know someone who is, whether you realize it or not. Infertility affects 1 out of 6 couples at some point during their marriage. When my husband and I were ready to have children, we couldn't conceive. Like so many other couples, we spent each month waiting, hoping, and praying for a child that we feared we might never have. The emotional roller coaster of infertility can be overwhelming. It's normal to go through feelings of denial, shock, anger, desperate sadness, and soaring hopefulness, all in one cycle. Most couples go through infertility feeling very alone and unable to share their burden with others. After countless tests and multiple surgeries, my husband and I were clearly told that we would never conceive on our own. It felt like a death sentence when the doctor told us that we were infertile. The future that we thought we'd have was gone. All through this experience, John and I turned to our faith for comfort and healing. For many Catholics, infertility can be especially difficult on a spiritual level. Many feel that God has abandoned them or that He's punishing them. Many couples stop going to church because they feel like their faith has failed them. As a Catholic lay minister, I became very frustrated and discouraged by the lack of resources that are available for Catholic couples going through infertility. I searched in Catholic bookstores, I looked online, and I came up with very little that was written from a Catholic perspective. I did read the Church's documents about the morality concerning different fertility treatments that are available for couples, and while these documents are informative, they're a little bit difficult to understand and they're difficult to access. It's no wonder that many Catholics, including some priests and pastoral staff, don't really have a clear understanding of what our faith really teaches about things like IUI and IVF. I wanted to share all of this information to try to help other Catholics going through infertility. I also wanted to be able to provide couples with spiritual and emotional support that's grounded in our Catholic faith. A few years ago, when I started writing the book, I also founded a support group for Catholics going through infertility. In the process, I discovered something called naprotechnology. This is an entire medical subspecialty dedicated to the treatment of infertility that's fully in accord with our Catholic faith. Naprotechnology also has success rates higher than IVF. All this information can be found in my book, Facing Infertility, a Catholic Approach. It also contains prayers, scripture passages, and discussion questions for couples or support groups to use. Many others shared their personal experiences in the book, so it really is a family of faith journeying with you as you struggle to conceive your child. Finally, Facing Infertility, a Catholic Approach, contains important information for the family and friends of people struggling to conceive, and for priests and pastoral ministers who work with married couples. It can be really difficult to know what to say, what not to say, and how to be helpful if someone you know is going through infertility. It's a very delicate topic, and couples need the caring support of their friends, family, and faith community. If you or anyone you know is struggling to conceive, please know that there is hope and healing available. God is faithful and loving in the midst of it all. And I pray that God will allow this book to be a source of comfort and healing for the couples who need it most.